Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2857. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and my cock, Montgomery, and the men's room. On tap today, here come the bad jokes, bitches. The return of Ted versus the FCC. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite TV time with Ted. Click. Clap. Drink it to drunk. All right, here we go. Florida man tells cops he really liked resisting arrest because it was like being on a TV show. Meanwhile, an Arizona man thinks it's okay to play strip poker with young girls, and to jail he will go. Minnesota teen gets his license, then drives car into a huge sinkhole. Poachers sneak into game reserved for rhinos, and lions eat their little souls. And a woman is toilet paper shamed on Tinder. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, you may have heard of this guy before. LeBron James. He signed with the Los Angeles Lakers earlier this week. So now there's a video of an angry Cleveland Cavaliers fan using gasoline to burn his old LeBron jersey, right? Not to be unexpected. However, in the process, he managed to set his own hand on fire. Basically, he did it all wrong, injured himself. On yesterday's show, we told you about the 17-acre fire in Germany. And it's not the biggest fire ever, but it started when a burning bird fell out of a power line and then landed in a dry field. That's what set it off. Last month, outside of, Carson City, Nevada, there was a pretty major fire that broke out after some campers were burning feces. I'm not sure I'm following. That's what started this. They were burning feces. And obviously with the 4th of July having recently passed, there's all manner of fireworks-related fires, whether it's the car explosion in Ohio or the 3 lake houses that burned down in Washington. Fireworks. The point is just this. Fires start. Sometimes it's on purpose. Sometimes it's by accident, but we've all been there. So here is today's question. Who was responsible for setting what on fire?
Be part of the big show. Call 844-999. Ola, like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the men's room.
Hello, Charles, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2857. What a large and charged program we have for you today. The exciting return of Ted versus the FCC as Ted tries once again to get another win into the win column on Ted versus the FCC. Of course, the bad jokes are on the way as well. We'll do that right before we drink and toast with the shot of the day, and we'll take those bad jokes. If you want to email them to us now at themensroom@mensroomlive.com. Bad jokes coming up right before the shot. And today we're going to talk a little bit about fire. And some serious notes here as far as wildfire season, if there is a season, or if it's just, as I heard the other day, every month, I believe Jimmy Kimmel said, except for February, is how it works out, maybe?
Yeah, basically.
An erratic wildfire charging through extremely dry land in the heart of Colorado ski country destroyed 3 homes and forced people to flee. Elsewhere in Colorado, a rare high-elevation tornado touched down at the site of another wildfire.
A tornado touchdown and a wildfire.
So if you're in the middle of a wildfire and you look over and you think, man, this couldn't get any worse, what would, and then you see a tornado blowing through the middle of the wildfire, whipping it up and taking the flames and spreading the fire.
That is nature just being very, very unkind.
Yeah, they were among...
That's terrifying.
You
tornado
dropped a tornado into a wildfire.
Right. If you couldn't whip up a fire anymore, that would be the one thing that nature could do. So they were among more than 60 large blazes burning across the United States, mostly in the West, where whipping winds and increasing heat have made it easy for flames to spread. Fires exploded in Northern California, Utah, other areas. In Colorado, residents of multi-million-dollar properties and condos and homes were ordered to evacuate early Thursday because of the unpredictable wildfire reported the night before. That was near Basalt. Eagle County Sheriff's Department said no other homes have been lost besides the 3 reported. Tornado again reported in Fairplay.
Another tornado.
A central Colorado town, about 10,000 feet above sea level, which is a little bit unusual for a tornado to develop at that high of an altitude. It appeared to touch down at or near the edge of a wildfire that had burned about 17 square miles at that point. And as they say, tornadoes are very rare at that elevation and are seldom seen at any wildfire. So
what do you know? 2 for 1.
That's some pretty crazy stuff.
You got a tornado during wildfire and at 10,000 feet.
Oregon Department of Transportation said that evening the southbound lanes would remain closed at Ashland, Oregon. On I-5, motorists were advised to take an alternative route toward California. Governor Jerry Brown declared a state of emergency in a couple of the counties, citing extreme peril. That's not the
extreme
peril. That's not what you want to hear from your governor there. No. In northern New Mexico, a wildfire closed a ranch where novelist D.H. Lawrence once sought spiritual renewal. Huh.
Okay.
Wow, that's a real bummer.
Yeah, that's
they put
now
that,
it's important.
Wow, it really is now. Officials said a fire in drought-stricken Carson National Forest had scorched nearly 4 square miles. Forest restrictions imposed last week closed the University of New Mexico. In Utah, you get the idea. I can keep going on this stuff.
Is the university open right now?
Well, they closed it for a day when wildfires were coming through.
But there's no students there, right?
Yeah.
Summer school.
Okay. Shows what kind of student I am.
Mm-hmm.
Summer school for college kids? What do you...
More than 1,000 people?
Sometimes you could take I think you could take a course in the summer to kind of get ahead.
Oh, no. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah, come on. All right.
Also, keep in mind that comes with 0 college credit knowledge.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you.
Nobody really cares about that.
Miles, you went to college. There's summer session, right?
Yeah, totally.
Why would you do
when
that?
I went to summer school in high school, was because I got poor grades.
Right.
But is that more just you're getting ahead of the next semester?
You can do that, or you sometimes you have to take classes in order. So if you don't have the opportunity to take it during your semester based on maybe you have a class that happens at the same time, so you can't take it, but you have to take that class, then you could possibly take it in the summer.
That would piss me off.
I mean, I need to.
You know what I mean? Just the way and now I got to take a class during the summer? Come on, man.
Right. And we'll give you one more here real quick. And this was just because this is crazy. Another crazy story about a fire. And believe it or not, 50 firefighters are on hand battling the blaze. Police say a burning bird falling from an overhead electric line set fire to a field in northern Germany that was because of the dry weather, torching 17 acres of land. Police in the Baltic seaport city of Rostock say witnesses reported that the bird caused a short circuit in a railway power line and then fell to the ground on fire. The neighboring field then caught on fire, and more than 50 firefighters were deployed to tackle the blaze on Tuesday evening. Farmers in northeastern Germany have been complaining of the effects of the persistent lack of rain over the past 2 months. Well, because they're farmers, obviously.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Now that things are on fire.
Damn, so the bird burst into flames.
Hit a power line.
And dropped like a comet to Earth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good times. Our question, who was responsible for setting what on fire? 844-999-OLA.
That's when you need to sing Circle of Life to your kids.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
So I got caught on fire. It wasn't nearly as extreme, but it was extreme to me because it was me that was on fire.
Yeah,
obviously.
That's all you need to say.
And,
we get it.
And so this is what's going on. It was 4th of July weekend, probably 2005, maybe 2006. And I am up partying. I'm in high school, and we're at this place called Lost Lake somewhere in eastern Washington.
All right.
And everybody's got their own lost lake, I'm sure, but this one was ours. So we're sitting around drinking. It's towards the end of the night, and I passed out drunk in around this fire. And so, as far as I know, what they told me in the morning, I later found out this wasn't true. They are throwing bottle rockets in their own version of Russian roulette into the fire as we all sit in a circle around it, probably 8 or 10 of us, just to see who's going to hit, right?
Okay.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it really does. Not.
Age appropriate.
Yeah, no.
Age appropriate.
Right. And so we all of a sudden I hear this loud bang. I wake up, I was drinking, and my head is like melting. There's hair that's all melting and charred and stuff. And what had happened was they ripped the was that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. So they ripped the tail off of one of the bottle rockets, so it didn't know which direction to shoot, and they lit that thing and they set it on my lap. And they didn't tell me that until the next morning. And the thing goes off and shoots up between the top of my head and the hood that I'm wearing, and then blows up. And it's one of those screaming things that went and then blew up on top of my head.
And you didn't hear. You didn't hear
this.
That
was an incredible amount of fun.
You didn't hear this blow up in the back of your hood and your.
No, I heard it. I was asleep before it blew up, and then its screaming sound woke me up, and I just started panicking and stumbling around this fire because I'm all tanked.
And then it blows up.
And then it blows up, right?
And then you catch on fire.
It blew up while I was still sitting down, and the scream was kind of like, "Oh, I'm drunk. This is weird and disorienting. Don't know what that loud sound is."
Yeah.
Then it goes bang, and I'm like, "Well, that was a firework," and I think it went off on top of my head.
Man,
how can you still hear out of both ears?
Yeah. Well, I lost the hair on top in that spot, about a $50 shaved size piece, and I showed it to my mom in the morning, and I hadn't seen it. And she freaks out and is like, "You need to go to the hospital or at least look in the mirror." And I go in there, I was like, "Wow, that's pretty bad. I hope it grows back." But
has it grown back?
I'm balding just for real.
Yeah.
But I was bald there for a good, few months. I looked silly as hell.
Oh man, back in the 80s. Here's my on fire hood story. Yeah. Do you remember those? Do you remember the Mexican Baja thing?
What were they? I remember
the Mexican
the name
Baja craze. It's kind of like a potato sack.
The clothes.
It's got a hood. You got a couple strings.
I got one in my closet now.
You probably got a couple places for like
it's
a little
great
pouch.
if you're on the beach.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. And it works. And then
it's like a yarn hoodie.
Yeah, like you might have like a hookah shell. You know what I mean? Ankle bracelet at that point in time. And
like if your crocheting grandmother tried to make you a hoodie, this is roughly what it'd be.
This is. I
was like 13 or 14. Bought one in Ocean City, Maryland. Was like, I am styling.
This is the most gringo thing you can do, right? So I had one of these things and I loved it, man. I absolutely.
Oh, they're fantastic.
It was great. Especially when it got cooler at night. I wore this thing everywhere.
Unless I get wet.
So I'm driving down the road, and at the time I'm smoking, and I flicked the cigarette out the window, and I realized that, man, this thing just hit the window and bounced back in my car, and I know it because I hit the side, and I saw it fly back, and I'm like, oh, God. So I pull over. I'm on the interstate, and I do a thorough search. of the car. I'm underneath the seats, and I'm like, man, that thing's in here. It's in here somewhere. It wasn't on the seat, so I knew nothing was going to burn. I mean, I checked everywhere, and I could not figure out where in the hell that thing was. So I figured, all right, man, it's gone. Start driving back down the road again, and I'm smelling it, and something's burning. And I'm like, oh, man, it's still in the car. Where is it in the car? Right. Like, where am I missing this thing? I don't want my seats to burn. I don't want my car to burn. I pull over again. I look again. There's nothing. And now, but it just smells. It's like, all right, this stinks like cloth on fire,
right.
Whatever. Get in the car again, and as I look in the rearview mirror, because I'm thinking, do I see smoke coming out the back? And the smoke is actually coming out the back of my head, and it's coming out of my hood. And then I rolled down the window for a minute, and when I rolled down the window, it kind of ignited how this fire was. So it went like, boom, and then like I could see a flame. And I'm like, and then I pulled over, man, and I just whipped that thing off as fast as I could. I really didn't burn too much. In the back,
are people driving by watching you ripping off a burning bomb?
I'm sure. And the back of my hair burned, but like it wasn't like I could put a hat on. I think I just went and got a haircut. It was fine. I didn't really burn my body or my skin, but the cigarette got caught in the hood of the Baja. And it was just sitting in there, smoldering, and I mean, I had to have it in there. It had to have been in there for like 10 minutes before it finally ignited. Like up into flames. Like
you opened the window.
It was slowly smoldering.
You gave it the oxygen.
And then, poof, and I was like, and I could just see like the flame shooting back behind my head. It was a really sweet Baja. It had Corona on
I'm guessing Corona Baja.
I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
How sweet is
what
that?
they're officially called?
I'm getting laid in that thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. We always called them Bajas, too.
I don't know.
Me too. I
Is
don't
that
know what
just
the hell
like
they're
a dumb,
called.
like,
I was always
American thing to say?
I was always hoping they would come back, but they never did.
Dude, you could still rock one. Come
Baja?
on, Bodie wore one at Point Break.
Where are you going to find that?
That helps.
You got to go to a beach.
Find sand, you will find a Baja.
They're back, Miles.
Where?
The Bajas. Everybody's
Baja hoodie. All right, here we go.
back. Telling you. Now
they'll
cost you a fortune because they're in again.
You can get one at the Old Navy.
Oh, he's right there. It's a $300 one.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, that just caught me
It's
off
back.
guard.
Yeah.
They
bought
were
mine
like
for like-
$30.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that. I remember like my mom being like, all right.
If it was ugly and it was in the
Baja.
90s, it's back now.
Huh. All right. Might have to rock one of those bad boys.
$300.
Yeah. Who was responsible for setting wood on fire? 844-999-OLA.
Just make sure it's still age appropriate.
Yes.
Right?
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
So, my story is from high school days. We had a party at my house, and I was pretty wasted. And one of the girls was trying to take a bong rip. I don't remember her name, but I remember she had like blonde hair with one of those like bangs that kind of looks like a wave, you know, and takes a lot of like hair spray to kind of style it or something. So I was trying to be a gentleman and lit up the bong rip for her.
Sign of a true gentleman.
I knew he was the one when he lit the bong.
Chivalry is not dead.
Mom, how did you know
and
when
I
you and
said
Dad
her-
were going to...
My
Continue,
bad.
Peter.
And I set her hair on fire, and it burned like a really big piece of the banks, and she was pretty upset, almost crying, and you know, I was like sorry, trying to be nice. I just kind of
Are you Peter? Tell me your Facebook friends now.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, we're not friends.
You lit her
But it
hair
was
on
pretty
fire?
funny. It was pretty funny. All my buddies were laughing their butts off, so it was a pretty funny story.
Was she an attractive person?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's not funny.
Was she still attractive?
Right, exactly.
After you tried to kill her?
You blew any chance you had.
Yeah, but banks are ridiculous anyways. I kind of helped her out. Hopefully she got rid of those after that.
I don't know about that, friend. I think bangs look good on some ladies. Don't try to spin this around and make it a positive, Peter.
Yeah, that was...
Burned her hair
that
off,
was-
but she
right.
had bangs.
Yep. Who was responsible for setting what on fire? 844-999-OLA.
Now, you could burn a dude's
Everybody
rat
thought
tail
it was
off.
funny.
Could you burn off a guy's rat tail?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You
No.
could. And
That's
most people would be like, that's acceptable. But guy that still has
Who
the
would
rat
say
tail.
that's acceptable?
Nobody
I
would.
would.
Say,
That is not
no,
acceptable.
you can't catch someone's hair on fire.
Can't
But I'm
let
saying
it
the
off.
guy with the rat tail is going to be pissed.
Do you remember
Yes.
the story of the guy? This is in like Tennessee or something. He had a big, massive, like mountain man beard. Anyway, he had some kind of feud with his neighbors or something. But like they kidnapped him for 2 days and made him eat his beard.
No.
You don't remember this?
No, I do not.
Oh yeah, they shaved and made him eat his beard.
Well, dude, remember for a while, there was a video trend of people going around and cutting off man buns?
Oh yeah.
But, like, they had to be kind of staged. Because I knew an incident that happened between, and, like, one dude, like, he was legit pissed.
What do you mean?
And, like,
Wait, what was the
Hold on,
like
what happened?
somebody just clipped his man bun off. But, I mean, he had been growing the hair for years.
So they just walked up with scissors and clipped it off?
Right. They were like, oh, this will be funny. Like, I'm
Who are
drunk.
these
Wait,
vigilante...
you know a guy who had his
did it?
man bun cut off?
Where was he?
I know the situation.
What
know
was
the
the situation?
situation.
Where was he?
I'm not going to say anything.
Was it
Literally, it was
either-
a court case.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, why would you think that's okay?
I
don't like your hair.
Was
You
it like
could guess
for,
it was at a bar. People are drinking.
Was it like
Sure.
for a jackass stunt? Or
They
something?
were just thought it would be funny.
Okay.
But the videos now. So then once this happened and the
Right.
dude was really mad about it, so then they did some research. Like, yeah, most of the videos they knew the people they were doing that to.
Oh.
That would explain a lot.
Yes, it would.
Explain
But
a
I
lot.
still say burn off a rat tail.
But that said.
That's it.
Right.
Burn it off.
Hello, Colin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola.
So my dad used to like to spend like $1,000 on fireworks every 4th of July.
All right.
And then we'd blow all the fireworks off, and then he'd put all the empties in the fire pit, and then we'd have a big fire at night when it was all dark. And one time he had like a new girlfriend over and her kids over, and there was people over having dinner and stuff still, and all those fireworks weren't completely used up apparently, so they started blowing up out of the fire pit, and it was crazy. They're blowing up all over the place.
Did anyone catch
And,
on fire?
No, but the fireworks caught on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, inevitably they got to do that.
All right. When you put them in the fire.
I mean, I thought something else would catch on fire. That's all. That's all.
I
mean, it's fine.
Go somewhere. I do remember one night we were up probably an hour and a half, or probably an hour after the fireworks had ended, and it was maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe midnight. I'm not sure, but an entire rack of fireworks on a main fireworks
on
the barge didn't blow up. So we're still hammered and getting high. And we're sitting out there, and they decided, well, we can't just, not set these things off. So they set them off. And it was like probably 5 minutes worth of fireworks.
Wait, did they set them off, or the barge caught on fire?
The barge caught on fire.
Something?
Yeah.
Because they all went
up
up at once. And it was like
there were a couple
unbelievable
of different incidences. One time they set a dock on fire.
Oh, yeah.
So they set an entire dock on fire at one point in time. I think that at that point in time, from what I understood, was that they were supposed to be part of the normal fireworks display,
right?
But they did not. They
didn't
off.
Detonate or whatever.
But the way that they were rigged and everything, you still had to detonate them. Like you couldn't.
Well, they did.
Yes, they just went ahead and.
It was a hell of a show.
And blew. It was like we got our own little private fireworks display.
And I'll be honest with you,
at 1 o'clock in the morning,
that fireworks display we saw in that instance where there was a glitch was the best fireworks display I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was good
without
stuff.
question. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the finale. If the finale, it was like everything, man, at one time, and we were like, "That is unbelievable." We find out the next day. So, yeah, we're like, "Look at this! This is amazing."
It also seems crazy. There's extra fireworks. Those shows are so big. You didn't blow
I
them
don't
off?
think they were supposed to.
They were supposed to. They were supposed
something
to.
went
Yeah,
wrong,
they were
man.
supposed to go
Like,
off during the show, and then all of a sudden they didn't. So they
They're
had to
still
blow
on
them
the
off
boat.
at the end. Who is responsible for setting what on fire? 844-999-OLA. Hold the line. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
If you put it together, then that counts. We go to lovely Reno, Nevada, and Carson City, where the Carson City Sheriff... You've been to Carson City before, haven't you, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Carson City Sheriff says campers burning
out with politicians.
Feces, apparently so, started a fire in a canyon near Carson City. Carson City Fire Chief Sean Slamman says firefighters had a tough time with the fire Tuesday night since they didn't have air support. The Humboldt National Forest said in a tweet Tuesday night that the fire was only 5% contained, and 1 square mile had already burned. A handful of voluntary evacuation orders do remain in effect. Carson City Sheriff Ken Furlong says the 2 campers who started the fire by burning the poop have, in fact, been detained. Our question, who was responsible for setting what on fire? 844-999-OLA.
Is it illegal to burn poop?
Apparently so.
Or is it just illegal to actually start the fire?
Okay, so how fresh, how old does the poop have to be? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Are we pouring an incinerator device on it, then catching it on
the
fire?
only thing I knew
guess.
about burning poop is from movies, right? Like latrines. Have you
Yeah,
ever
but
seen
that's
Platoon?
a latrine. But I mean, if I'm camping, man, it's in a hole. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen movies where it's Army and Marine guys in the desert
I
or
get
somewhere,
that.
and they got to burn the poo.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
So this happened while I was stationed over in South Korea, probably late 2013, early 2014. We had a specialized Humvee that had an onboard generator on it.
All right.
We were taking the generator out to service it, just pulling it out, not completely removing it. And we had a specialist decide to, instead of using the mounts on the motor itself to hold it up, wrap a metal chain around it, and then proceed to try and start it.
While it's hanging by a metal chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
While it was hanging by the chain.
Ah.
And what happened?
It arced, caught fire, fried the entire wiring harness. The funniest part about it, though, was instead of running and grabbing the fire extinguisher that was probably 5 feet away from him, he just stood there, pointed at it, and said, "Fire," repeatedly.
That was his response.
That's
who I want to serve with. Hey, so what is the punishment for doing that?
I don't remember if he got into any major trouble. He might have had to serve extra duty. I don't remember. It was quite a while ago.
Did this guy have your back in a way where maybe your life would be on the line ever?
Luckily, no.
Okay, because I would question if this was a more of a different scenario, and we were in a different location in the world, and we were all together, and this was our vehicle, and this was part of the team that I'm on, I would have to think, hey, man, maybe
Fred over there.
Maybe
keep an eye on him.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can do something else. You know what I mean? Like, instead of have him be responsible for that. Who is responsible for setting what on fire? 844-999 Ola.
You know, he's the guy like buys something from IKEA, has 9 screws left over. It's like, I don't need them until the thing collapses and lands on the
No, it's not too big a
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
All right, man. So I've got to go back in time, as Ted would say.
Ted always does that.
That's my favorite part.
Ted, let's have Ted do that. Ted, hold on, wait. This is
yeah.
Ted's signature move. We got to have him do this. Ready, Ted?
Oh,
hold on, hold on, Mike.
please.
Good.
Go back in time. Did I see
all right.
Got it on your system.
Yeah.
1992-ish or something like that. And I'm into American-made motorcycles and that type of stuff. And there's a like kind of a last-minute bachelor party for a guy.
That's never good.
Right on over there with a bunch of guys.
That's never a good idea. You realize that? Oh, kind of a last-second bachelor party.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, it's always, it's going to be a good time, usually by the end of the night.
Sure. Yeah, it's always going to be a good time. It's the last-second bachelor party thing that's the questionable call.
But if you're not the bachelor, you're definitely going to have a good time.
Yeah. No, I was not the bachelor. So, I show up with a group of friends and stuff and hadn't really thought about it, but I flipped my tank on reserve and cruised on up and stuff. Wasn't planning on going anywhere. I mean, I'm done for the night. And, well, the adult entertainment wasn't going to be able to make it. And so I called a friend who called a friend, and, well, she said, hey, yeah, I'm game, man. I'll come last minute, whatever, and entertain you guys. And
I like that everything's last minute.
Yeah, everything's real last minute.
You can pull off the last-minute bachelor party. Speaking from personal experience, last-minute entertainment does not work out well.
Okay.
Oh, well, no. It worked out great. True.
All right.
Honestly, man, I mean, the funny thing is so back then I didn't have an endorsement for a motorcycle, big, giant bike and all that. And I ran out of gas like a block from the party. And this officer is like flipping on his lights and pulling me over, and this girl's on the back and, hey man, hey, wait, stop. Don't let them know that we're coming. He didn't shoot me, obviously, but
So wait, the cops told you not to let the people at the party know that they're coming?
Well, no. I'm coasting because I ran out of gas coming back to the party, right? Because we're getting to the fire. You want to hear about the fire?
Yeah,
we do.
When does the fire come into play?
Well, with the row of Harley Davidsons out in the front yard and stuff, and I'm out of gas, so I coast on up and stuff, and the gala dances and everything.
Oh, so close, and you ran out of time.
Yeah, I'm just almost there, right?
No, the clock starts ticking, and the shot clock is down, and now you're out of time.
We'll get to him on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Question: who was responsible for setting what on fire?
You want to hear about the fire?
999. Oh, God Almighty.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.